In a bold move signaling a shift in governance norms in Africa, the Senegal's new elected president, Faye, bans airport ceremonies in Senegal. Hello, I am Mahlet Ayele, your host at Connect Africa, bringing you the latest from the continent. Now, let me just give shout out first of all, where I got this news. I'm going to share it with you. This is a guy named called Mark Anthony Johnson. I mean, he really puts a lot of things happening in Africa, and shout out to him. So I got it from his source, but of course I cross-checked all other reports or news that are coming out from Senegal. So this is the new elected. He was elected end of March. He's barely 2 months in office, and he has promised a lot of systemic changes in the government of Senegal so that he fulfills what the Senegalese are expecting from him. So this is really a new tone for the president. It sets a new tone for the president or leaders in Africa. Now, what it does is, of course, this significant departure from tradition of African leaders having a big of protocol ceremonies when they depart and arrive. It costs money, it consumes time, and it removes also resources from where they are supposed to be to serve the people. So now all these things will be solved. He banned Diomaye Faye, the president of Senegal, has banned airport ceremonies both during his departure and arrival, especially the military ones and also others ministerial. We all have seen, if you are from Africa, I mean, originally, wherever you are, how this, the ministers in different countries, not only when the prime minister or the leader or the president is departing and arriving, but also even some high senior government officials comes by or pass by. Roads are blocked. It's a lot of chaos happening and disturbing the routine of the common citizens of the country. Let's just focus on Diomaye Faye. Ever since he assumed office in April, actually, what he has shown that he, as a radical and useful leader with a vision, for reform. Now, his decision to do away with formalities and ceremonies upon arrival and departure, it emphasized, of course, on substantive issues over symbolic gestures of having those military deputies, ministers, or whatever rallying or lining up to for his departure and arrival. Instead, he wants them to be in the office and serve the people that they have elected them. This is what we call it change. It's beyond symbolic. It's beyond that, lip service. He is showing it practically what he promised to do the people. And of course, he's just barely, as I said, 2 months. He's just 1 month, in fact. Now, this, as I said, this move is not merely symbolic. Now, it reflects a pragmatic approach to governance that prioritizes economic efficiency in Senegal, and which is what all African countries need. And this is what all African leaders should do. Now, by eliminating unnecessary and costly protocol activities, President Faye seeks to optimize the country's resources and enhance its fiscal sustainability. Now, of course, this proactive stance resonates with citizens who want to see a more accountable and responsible leadership, other than just being a symbolic one whom they see once in a while on a TV when he departs or arrives. Now, his action also prompts a broader reflection to African leaders to prevent this kind of culture of pomp and ceremony among African governments. Traditionally, this is what uh, we are kind of forced to see. It's forced upon us. I was reading one of the comments where one person from Mozambique that he shared when, let alone a president or a senior government official, even when political party leader comes, how school students, children in the primary school are forced to come out on the road to greet him. Imagine all the chaos and the imagination that is going to be printed in these children. And instead of that, whoever it is, senior government official, coming to them and greeting them and reading books to them in a school, showing them that he's human like everybody. He came out of the community, and but leading by example to show them also they can be so. He blocks or she blocks the whole road and forces children to come and greet him. And this is what they do by large, whether students or government officials pulling out from their office instead of serving the people in their office, than to come and be part of that costly and unnecessary tradition. So hopefully other African leaders are watching. I mean, no African leader is immune from this. All of them are doing. In fact, I was reading some of them, they are saying, we should stop this, and some other are saying, no, we got it from colonizers, from where we learn. I mean, this is what they teach us. I mean, then if you know that it's bad, then just drop it. While you know bad, it's a bad culture, then why you stick with it? First of all, I really, I'm not that kind of person that we have to every time point our fingers on previous colonizers. I mean, we are educated, we can make a change. So sometimes we need to learn that we have to hold accountable our own leaders. Kenya, Ghana, we have seen, President William Ruto is the number one by making a frequent travel ever since he assumed office. It's more than a year, but he has traveled more than any African leader in the continent. He's continuously in and out, and he pulls the deputy president, starting from the deputy president to the militaries that you see aligned there to greet him, and ministers, all of them come out for his departure and arrival. But again, as I said, no African leader is immune from this. Even if they bring religious leaders as well. So of course, what it does is now this banning of airport ceremonies. First of all, you avoid unnecessary cost. You will use time efficiently by being available, because these people are resources that the country have, and they need to be on their table making decisions, meeting people that they want to talk to them. So not just accompanying the president when he comes and go. Now, I ask you, I throw this question back to you and ask you, what do you think of this banning of airport ceremonies by African leaders? Should Africa stick with it, or should remove it? From where do you think we learn this? This is something original from Africa, because some people I have seen that they're saying they will learn it from colonizers. As much as I don't like to bite, but it's I want to bring the idea to here and learn from you, not just me coming and reporting. There's a lot of things that we learn also from each other. So let us know in the comment section, what do you think of this action really that sets a new tone by the new young African leader. But I just want to share with you quickly, as a reminder, some of the things as a keynote from what he promised President Diomaye Faye when he came to power. It's a highlight from his inaugural speech. So he said, I am aware that the results coming out of the polls express a deep desire for systemic change. Now, through my election, it's him speaking in his speech, through my election, the Senegalese people are committed to the path of building a sovereign, just, and prosperous Senegal in a progressing Africa. And in this work of building a new Senegal, this is what he calls it, a new Senegal, I will work tirelessly to preserve peace and national cohesion. I will keep in mind that our most precious resource remains the political stability of our country. He also said, I will mobilize the Senegalese here and the diaspora around a unifying national project oriented towards a peaceful future. He also touched that I am committed by promoting the culture of work, management, ethics, discipline, and love of the homeland, to resolutely and sustainably putting Senegal on the path of economic and social progress. Now, on the African level, the scale of the security perils and the numerous challenges that we face require us to show greater solidarity. I clearly hear the voice of the uninhibited elites who say loud and clear our common aspiration for more sovereignty, development, and well-being. He also promised to strengthen efforts for peace, security, and stability, and to friendly country and partners. He said Senegal's commitment, openness for change. He also promised that he will keep, the natural resources of Senegal to benefit, for Senegalese to benefit from their own natural resources. He also promised media freedom and to those who sentenced journalists to release them. And there are several things that he promised, but these are the highlights. So he's doing step by step. So this is one of the things, for example, banning airport ceremonies relates with what he said, to promote a work cult, a discipline, by making available those resources, human resources, in their position. Instead of being a part of unnecessary ceremony, he makes them available at their work so that they can serve the people that they have elected them. Don't forget that Senegal's president came from prison to president. There is a lot of things that are happening in the country, security-wise. People have been jailed, killed. It's a sacrifice. We sacrifice. The Senegalese brought this freedom to them and this, election. So, it's something that needs to be celebrated. Congratulations to all Senegalese, and we all are with you. We are watching you. Thanks again for being here. Let us know again in the comment section, what do you think of his action of banning airport ceremonies? Which African country do it, an extravaganza of airport ceremony while they depart or arrive? Let us know in the comment section, from where do you think this kind of culture we have got in Africa? So your comments means a lot. So I will see you on the next one. It's a ciao for me for now. Thank you.